Sangat over the world, and I'm very, very happy, and I'm so grateful for all your feedback and inspiration about this KARTA Time event, for me, monthly event. So can you believe today we have this interesting uh, synchronicity with the starting is a summertime in the south hemisphere, and in Argentina they are about to be in their immersion week at the moment, and they decided to join this Carta time so we can meet, and a special hello to all of you. I've been there for 5 years in a row, and that's the first year I'm not present with you guys, but in spirit, definitely. So I'm here to share this amazing moment and how we can face the time and go beyond time. So, all my love to everybody, and of course, the space is wide open for us to constantly merge in our spirit, in our love, and in our consciousness. So may this Carta time inspire you once more to keep up. So Satnam, everybody, also from Russia and other places in the world where we are all connected and dedicated to bring more awareness in this world. So this is, and in our life, of course, because we are the first interested into a more upgraded quality of living. So, few news in Le Martinet here. We have just been completed the renewed of the restaurant area, so we're gonna be able to host more people in a very beautiful environment, and this is a turning point for all of us. We put a chimney there and we lit the first fire there. So symbolically, it's like renew the new fire in this place, where a new light, a new enthusiasm, and a new development are waiting for us. So it is in synchronicity with the theme of now and the time now. So that's why I mentioned that. We are in sync with the time. So it's very rewarding time. In the same time, like usual, very challenging. So I think this is like we anticipate year 2020 is a total shift. And I think it is happening now, right now. So all the shadow self and the compilation of our beliefs, our mental belief and obsession, all what we wanted to avoid to see is popping up in front of our eyes, and we cannot deny it. So individually and collectively, we sort of reach a dead end where we realize our behavior, our action are creating our future. And the intention is how I'm acting today is totally creating my reality. And this is like a common sense today. Everybody we can meet that have not done any sort of training or yoga or whatever are totally touched and concerned by that. Consequence of our action is in front of our eyes, and we know we can only accept them because we have to face that. This is who we are. This is what we have created, and therefore asking ourselves, is it the world we wanted to create, or are we now facing a world that our ancient didn't intend? Or are we keeping up with letting go things, or are we stepping in more awareness? So I think this is not much choice, yeah? In one way, we see the monster and we see this darkness, and there is not much to do about it. That's also what we understand. It's not about doing. And this whole year long is not about doing. is about being with it, yeah? Allowing things to be as they are. And it doesn't mean abandoning, or it doesn't mean being careless. It's just move into that space of carefreeness. How can we feel and experience being carefree? And that is tranquility, this is calm, this is stillness in all dimension of our being, that can bring that space and our awareness of that space where things are hold, contained in peace and harmony. Because beyond whatever we can mess up, peace and harmony remain the very deep nature of all the substance that sustain and nourish our reality. So we need to really now open ourselves to that experience of the very essence of the space we are in. So we're going to be challenged with what we use to consider ours, my philosophy, my belief, my way of prioritizing, my way of justice, my way of defining what is right, what is wrong, what I should do, what you should not do, and la, 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 on yourself, on others, but also what is yours is your pain and your wounds and your special drama. This is all yours, and you strongly believe this is mine. And the challenge in this year and right now is the good time for that is release. Release all we believe is mine and to let it be. It's ours. It's a communality. We all share cultural values. We all share by groups of people and tribes and belief system and customs and traditions. We all have the best tradition, the best belief system, and we are attached. And that's the point. You understand? The point is not what you believe, but to believe this is mine. To have that bond, that magnetic field that hooks us to this way of thinking and defining how to be. So we are going to be challenged by that. Anything you thought is yours might evaporate. So if the attitude is release, it free myself, less attachment, more space, then it's great. But if it is less attachment, more fear, then it's not so great. So how can we welcome that process of releasing? Because all we attach to create weight, tension, heaviness, conflict within yourself and with the surrounding and other people. So this is one big way of yoga. We call it the way of non-attachment. It's like a whole school of life, a whole way of life is this practice of releasing any sense of attachment to anything and give it a space. So that is happening to us. We're going to be challenged by what we hold on, and we're going to be asked to release. And this is a fantastic time to open the space you live in. Open that. I don't know if you understand that word space, what it means. We are actually at the moment in the middle of the level 2 working on the mind. And this is a crucial component of how to free yourself from the control of the mind over your personality and your needs, but rather reverse and use the mind as a tool, a means for you to be aware. So the space is every time you entangle in something, every time you become narrow-minded, anytime you feel cornered by something, and you feel like, whew, I go left, I'm gonna be cooked. I go right, I'm gonna be cooked. So we call this cornered, yes? And this is happening now for many of us. We have been postponing things, we have been thinking, okay, secondary, and now it's coming up to the surface and it corners you. You can't postpone it anymore. You can't give yourself a delay. You've got to deal with that situation where whether you stay locked in or you give it a space. So you understand what I was saying at the very beginning is don't do things, don't change things, don't go against things, don't try to solve things or fix things, but be with them and give it a space. Through our breath, through our pranayama, through our awareness, we can be with the things, accept they are there, and then instead of considering this is locked, this is the end, this is limitation, we have been trained last year to work with our limitation and go beyond. Now this is another way. It's the way to give a space in the situation. It's like the universe structure is a fractal, you understand? One little dot contains the whole. If we could magnify and look into a bindu, a dot, we would see the whole creation. And this is this miracle of the one is whole and all is one, yeah? So this is fractal. So your life is the same. If you corner in one point and you think that is done, you can enter that point and give it a space, breathe with it. Breathe, expand the sense of space within a situation where you feel locked in, yeah? And see what happens. You don't react, you don't change things, but you stay with it. Contain yourself, hold the space with that, and expand the space. So this is an interesting meditation for anything that happened to you now that try to limit you or try to make you bound to old stuff. You just give it a space, stay with it, and see how it's like bubble coming up to the surface and they just plop and disappear. So this is what is happening. Is this old stuff are coming up, bubble up, and disappear. So we don't need it. Just bring our attention, then our awareness, our recognition, acceptance, and dissolve. And let it dissolve. And that is not painful. It's just the opposite. The moment you can assist, be, and contain, and hold the space, when all this old attachment are dissolving and releasing, you will experience an expansion of space. Like your life become bigger, bigger for new. So definitely that is the process accelerating to bring the new in our life when we are cornered. So at this moment when the new is revealing, that means a huge space with what I'm going to do with that, how, who is going to come along. So this is a shift of also relationship, circle of influence, people around you that are changing. It's all over the place. We are all changing in different speed and different frequencies, and we need to allow all that to move. So you can't control anybody. You can't be sure tomorrow that person will be there, and you don't know how this whole constellation that was yours yesterday in the next months may totally change. You may change location, people may come in your constellation that you didn't expect. Things will come according to your dream. So that's, you remember, the stage before 3 years old and between 16 and 18. This is a moment where we are very innocent, very open, and totally in touch with the divine dream, which is the dream of our soul. Our soul is dreaming about the divine dream, the reality ultimately balanced and harmonious. That's what your soul is looking for. And he came here to resolve things that are not, that are dissonant with that harmony. So at the moment when we go back in our dreams and reassess our dreams, why we abandon them, why we, today it is happening. Your dream can manifest a reality, and all you need is plug in, feel again this motivation, that exaltation from your heart, from your soul, and then renew with this very innocent self in you, which is the essence of your soul, that can see, that can vision it, where this whole going in terms of frequency. It's a sensation, it's an experience of a quality of the space that is uplifting, exalting, expanding, nourishing. This kind of quality, you can't bring the mind into that, trying to rationalize, pretend you understand where this all is going. We don't need to know where it's going. We don't need to know how and who's going to come along. All you need to know is this is happening. I am back in this new flow. I'm back in the flow of the new. I can let myself go in this new flow. So this is another very important point, is don't focus on the corner where you feel things are stuck in your life, where impossibilities are manifesting, because they are on the way to be resolved. Not because of you, not because you want, because it has to happen. So don't bother, don't fight, don't try to resolve, don't try to convince anybody. Go with the flow. As people are, as your constellation is, as your environment is, go and create. Go with it. It will all fall in place at the right moment if you just let yourself be in that flow. And therefore, we need to keep a distance for those who are rather regressive or holding on the past. The split between these two populations on the planet, those who are choosing to be part of the new paradigm and those who are hanging on the ancient paradigm, that is now splitting. That's the two of 2020. Is not a dramatic cut, but it is a split. Yeah, there is a moment of splitting where the ancient belief, philosophy, way of being, and tradition are sinking, and they want to hold on you, that you carry sort of inspiration for the new, inspiration for people around you, uplifting yourself, and there's sort of an energy wanting you to, hey, why don't you take me along? And when you clearly see what cannot come along, you've got to have that courage to say, no, stay where you are, I'm going where I'm going. And this is not dramatic, but it's a split. It's a split where we don't need to nourish, guilt, fear, any sort of apprehension or pity for people who cannot come along. It's rather a time to expand your love and I would say envelop those who are more static and cornered and believing that they are stuck, that if you envelop them with your love, with your new frequency, with that exaltation, you can share that frequency and send that frequency, but keep your distance, because there will not be possibility to walk together. It will take more and more distance between us, and it is just part of the way the renewal is happening. Some have chosen to be part of the new, and some have chosen not to go along, and this is all fine. We just still need to open up to include all that, but don't move back. Don't give away give up what is holding you in your heart and carrying you into this new flow. Respect that, honor that, and go with it, and not looking too much backwards. So take your distance. And then, of course, the new unfolding is bringing rejoicing, this inner resonance with the space, the sense of more possibilities, more unknown possibilities are coming, and you don't want to understand that time. You understand? This was part of our 5 sutra. I remember, if understand the time from your heart, but not from your intellect, from your logic. We're not going logic at all. So really focus on the heart and understand the time from that perspective, which means rather being that in doing things. Yeah. So, and how can you be honoring your essence and realizing also that your essence is not there? Your presence is not there all the time. Your connection, you're disconnected. And that's where it creates insecurity, fears, and all that. So what I advise you is give a quality to your day. So this is now coming on a daily basic practice. Is start your day. If you do your meditation, your pranayama, some kriya, and after that take this little time to qualify your day. You're gonna give a quality to this day. You're gonna give a touch of your heart, of your soul, of your dream. You're gonna bring this into your day and qualify your life, that day, what you're gonna spend this day for. And before you jump into action, just take the time to decide how you're gonna qualify, how you see yourself qualified to face that day. What is the value? What is the key quality you want to manifest today? And you feel motivated to manifest. And then see your day, how that day is coming to serve your soul. And it's not a wasted day running after manifestation and plays of influence, power, attachment, all that game, but you can see through the same paradigm of time and space, see through that actually your day is asking you to manifest very specific quality. And that is qualifying your day. So you're going to invest that quality in that day. You understand you are challenged and you are demanded to manifest from this quality that will give quality to your day. So don't start a day without qualifying yourself. And qualifying yourself means I am fully qualified. I recognize that I am qualified. I am human. I'm an enlightened being. I'm qualified to face this day and bring that 5D, bring the essence of beyond time and space of who I am into this world to manifest that other dimension. So it is like when you meditate, you see through a prisma that diffract the time and space and make you see beyond, when yourself is timeless, when your values are absolute patience, when your nerves are responding to your needs and your glandular system is secreting, you are still, you are quiet, you are peaceful, and you bring that sense of calmness and tranquility through the bursting day, the action. So this is essential. This is meditation in action. It's not just meditate, feel high, and then run. We can't split this. If you practice Kriya and meditation, you need to bring this through the day as a quality that's going to bring calmness, tranquility through the interaction, through your decision, through how you impact others and how you respect yourself, honoring your calmness. Yeah, and every time you lose it, take the time off. Just make a stop, come back to your awareness, and just bring back this. I qualify myself to be timeless through this time. And take the time until you can do pranayama. I will share with you some pranayama now that's gonna help us to face this kind of tornado that the time is forcing us to go through. And instead of being the object of that tornado, we're gonna move our magnetic field ourselves intentionally to rebalance the frequency, then cut the attachment of everything from the past wanting to take us back, yeah, and then qualify our day with manifesting our dream. If that is the synthesis of my message for this time, I think really the dream is there, is ready to be manifested again, and we can be part of that. We can contribute to that, and we can choose to be qualified to manifest that dream. So this is a time where this is a radical change. We're not looking for making money. We're not looking for escaping, for solving things. We're looking for manifesting our highest quality of being timeless, being extremely patient, be totally available, be inclusive. You understand? These are the quality of yourself that is not bound to any limitation, any time, and any limitation of space either. So when you nourish the experience of be in resonance with that space, you're gonna bring this wherever you are. You touch people with a sense of vastness, a sense of space for you and for others. So same time, you free yourself from this prison of the time and space, and you bring that breath to others that are in your constellation, in your space. Okay, so let's see what practice. So this is a very interesting practice of not be defined by the way you think and you want to understand. Yeah, more you want to understand, less you do. This is kind of basic. And yoga is shunya, is a recreate constantly a space where you don't need to understand through your intellect, through your logic, but let the space speak to you instead of filling up with blah, blah, blah. So it's another level of communication. So the first posture, I ask you, you're gonna lock this Mercury, which is retrograde at the moment. So lock your Mercury finger, and that is opening up to a communication with the source that you are, yeah? And as the manifestation of time and space is taking you away from your center, you want now to activate that space. So we're gonna move our hands like this, I would say anti-clockwise, yeah, when you look up. And you're gonna move it like this, and inhale in 8 stroke, exhale in 8. So you close your eyes, focus on the bindu, on the tip of your nose. So the eyes are not fully closed, but if you can, open a slightly 1/10 and focus on this point and just activate your magnetic field. Move your hands and forearm very quick and inhale in 8 stroke in, exhale powerfully in 8 out. That will be 7 minutes is your first breath and first shaking your magnetic field and not being shaken anymore, but densify your presence. Because faster you go, you can pull the anus perineum sexy or mula bandha, hold yourself tight on the ground when you're sitting, and then you keep your spine stretching up and keep moving your magnetic field. You're gonna also connect the two hemispheres. It's a very powerful exercise. Go for 7 minutes. And then inhale deeply and tight. Tight the muscles at the last moment and exhale. Release the tension. Then the second exercise, we're gonna stay in the same mudra, and the right hand's gonna go anti-clockwise, and we're gonna move this in front of our navel very, very fast, but this time the breath is cool. So we're gonna cool down our fire of passion and attachment and wanting to define things and control things. We're gonna just reverse that and totally undo where we have entangled ourselves in the space. Yeah. So we're gonna inhale through the sitali, through the tube of your tongue, and exhale through the nose, long and deep. But the movement of your hands are very, very, very fast. Focus is still on the tip of your nose, so this is stimulating your pituitary glands and all the glands. So you're gonna go 7 minutes, Sitali Pranayama, cooling down and bringing the focus in the center of your magnetic field, not disperse anymore. This is one of the characteristics of this time, and we need to really be aware of that. We are trained, we have been educated, we have been taught to look for the light, the satisfaction, the realization outside of ourselves. We're looking everywhere through relationship, through manifesting money, creating a job, being creative, constructing things, building things, and all that as a way to actually find happiness. But we've never been taught that happiness is inherent to the space. It is all over the place, and it is already there. It's our initial essence of our consciousness that is happy. And that bliss cannot be reached as long as we try to define and determine that we're going to find it with any sort of philosophy and belief system. We're going to find it outside. So this time to stop that looking outside and rather go very deep inside to simply embrace the deep nature of the self that we actually don't know. We ignore it completely. So by stopping agitating and stopping running after things, coming back into your inner space, which is starting from the navel, you come back in there, and then we'll come back to our heart. So first exercise, second, and the third one, we do this trishula, we do a fork, yeah, with 3 teeth. And it's on the side, up 60 degrees, and bring it back horizontal. And we go like, the inhale is like automatic, and you go, and it's like sending away everything, every bond you have with the past, with the time that want to hook you back. And you define that you're definitely looking for the future. You're definitely not going to be indulging yourself in staying glued to anything like the past. And you're going to bring your awareness into the now. So that's your intention. I cut all bonds of the past. I cut all bonds with anything in this life wants to bring me back the memory of the past and the history and my history and be attached to all these histories and pictures and dramas and just say bye-bye. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going back to the past. I cut the bond to the past and I open the way, the highway to the future. So, which is within me. So when you move this 60 degree up and horizontal, you're going to totally open your heart and free yourself from the bond of time. So when you do this for another 7 minutes, we have now 21 minutes, 3 meditation. Come to the last one, which is really deeply dive inside the appreciation of the gift of life, which is actually the cause of all this manifestation here in the 3D, was your soul and is still your soul today. And that's your essence, connected to all essence with no separation, that manifested your reality now. So you want to appreciate that process of creation where you are a creature that is totally in resonance with the source. And the shorter way to do that is to appreciate that you are alive. And how you do that? You're going to take your own pulse, yeah? So you take these 3 fingers and you put it on the side of your left wrist until you press enough to feel your heartbeat. And it's a very deep meditation on the heart pulse. Yeah, so you touch it, you press your 3 fingers, you bring your forearm like this on the side, your spine is straight, you close, this time you totally close your eyes, and you enter the pulse of the heartbeat. So for us, in our tradition, we call that Sat Nam. It's the sound of the heartbeat, which is a resonance with your true nature, your true essence, which is Sat Nama. Nama is your name, your true name, and Sat is truth, authentic, real. So when you touch the heartbeat, you're going to hear Satnam, 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 which is the pulse of the pump of your heart that is animated with this universal prana who give this body life and maintain the life. So they're directly in touch with the soul dream to come here and manifest its qualities. So you start to qualify yourself and eventually ask yourself what quality you are ready to manifest or you need to receive to manifest or you want to bring into your life, like a prayer, like also like a gratitude for what comes to you. And you're going to breathe in 4. So you can feel Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, 4 heartbeat. Then you hold 4 heartbeat, hold the breath in, and then exhale slowly, 4 heartbeat, and hold the breath out, 4 heartbeat. So it's not very, very long, but the thing is you're going to inhale through the nose slowly for this 4 heartbeat. Hold it for 4 heartbeat, and then exhale through the mouth like a little pipe. 4 heartbeats. And then you hold it empty, 4 heartbeats. Then you inhale mouth, and you hold it, and you exhale nose. So we reverse that. One time you inhale nose, exhale mouth. One time you inhale mouth, exhale nose. 4 beat. Satnam, 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 the heartbeat that you sense here that give you the checking of your time, and you check on your life quality. And you go deeper and deeper and deeper. You go for 11 minutes of that pranayama that is 4 Satnam, holding 4 Satnam, exhaling 4 Satnam, and holding empty 4 Satnam. So this is a square breath. We call it square breath. And it is, the rhythm is your own heartbeat. So more you dive in this quietness, stillness of your body and quietness of your emotion and calm of the mind, you're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and then the heartbeat is going slower and slower, and then your breath will be longer and longer. You understand? It just go all together. So this is a beautiful kriya that you can practice. It's going to be around 32 minutes. If you do 3 times 7 minutes plus 11 minutes with little time in between. So that's your complex for the next 30 days. It's really working on this whole principle of the time now is breaking through, taking a distance from the old, seeing the 5D through the 3, and dive inside instead of looking for solution outside. Dive inside and appreciate the life in its essence, in its pure essence, because this is you. If you didn't know who you are the essence of life. This is the source. We are that. This is who we really are. This is our true identity. But we are totally disconnected because our personality, our mind and intellect is looking for distraction all the time. It's just automatic. Give me more distraction. Now this time we want to totally, before the energy of spring that will come in the next KARTA time, we just have these 30 days totally to inwardly finish this winter time and to totally appreciate the essence of life, that this is who we are. So that was my message to you for this time. Concentrate within, take a distance, and go for this next 30 days. Thank you for listening. Thank you for keeping up with us. We are so excited here also to welcome the spring with so many new opportunity, and the new is knocking on our door. We're going to install what we call this yogic lifestyle, and this is going to come back, the tradition to have a daily practice in Le Martinet with people who wants to join and hold that space for the practice. And we're going to open up to invite people for a new way of staying in Le Martinet, in the immersion in the yogic lifestyle. So this is our next project. And the other one definitely is about taking care of the land and having this permaculture project taking off. And we are looking for a sort of agricultural yogic profile of person who loves to dedicate his time unto this land and contribute to our collective project here. So this will be this 2 pillars of Le Martinet. One is yogic lifestyle, and we have Jocelyn who offers herself to join us and to come into Le Martinet to start that project. And we're looking for this land person to go for this land development project. So we are very excited for this new. This is a total shift in the atmosphere here, because we are less into, this was the last bit of intense building. We're going to still continue to complete and finish everything, but the main focus now is activation of what we have received here, this 7 anchoring of the 7 rays, and bringing more light and healing energy in this valley, so when people come, they can receive, they can be touched, and they can be inspired. And so they can go and inspire people at their turn. So here we are. So The school is now also totally renewing itself, the whole Amritnam Sarovar. Also in Russia, we had an amazing transmission moment where this Renew Level 1 is now on his feet, and we are having a very good foundation. So many years of experience, like more than 20 years experience. So we are ready to really go deep now and be absolutely authentic in who we are. We do not represent anything, just honesty and authenticity of our practice and our level of meditation and frequency to inspire others. And this is our job. This is what we are serving, is this coming of this new humanity, and people who are going through the change, and how much we can support them as we ourselves integrate the change in our life. So I want to answer a few questions that are being asked. Somebody still desperate. This is Defta Mildner. This is a sort of a depression time. So I would just say, lucky you, because depression is the sign that you are ready to face a big change. So don't hooked. You see, my depression, my wounds, my despair. This is all what you think it is yours. So don't think about the content, what it is, but think about your relationship to that, which is my depression, and just cut on that bond. This is not your depression. This is a moment you need to cut the attachment to that way of being, because you are confronted, you don't know how to answer the time, and you are cornered. So exactly what I was saying into this lecture today, you are cornered, therefore stand with it, hold the space and give it a space. Don't try to solve it. Don't try to go with your conditionment and your intellect to find solution. There will be no solution. Solution is you that shift your perception of the space. So just practice what we just say now in our for meditation, and do this for a month and see how you're going to join the energy of the spring, and how you're going to spring is the energy of the space. It's the ether element is so strong in the spring, and that's where you have the biggest space, where everything is still possible. So many potential are waiting for you. Don't try to define them, let them happen. So Alicia Coco Demirel, how do you find meaning in life? I think I would just invite you to join our course in the summer called Éveil de Soi, Awakening of the Self. This is a perfect week for you, as you want to offer yourself a gift. Do that week, and you will never be the same again. You know, it will put you in touch with your orbit and your axis, and you will sense and you will know what I cannot explain you. You will know for yourself where you're going to put your next foot, yeah, the next step in your life. So this is a module we have delivered now about 40 years. It's so effective. So if we want to find a meaning in life, come to that week. And this is not only for you, Alicia, but anybody who is in that turning point and wants to clarify. That's an amazing week to do. And you can redo it. This is Harikaran from Finland. Hello, I guess you are over there. You are asking how to let go fear of losing money. So you see, you giving the answer in your question. Do you understand that focusing on fear manifest, I will lose money, yeah? If you anticipate you're going to lose money, you're going to create any circumstance of time and space where you're going to prove yourself your fear was right. You anticipate that you're going to lose money, and you did prove it to yourself. You understand? That's how we manifest, by our mind, when we are slaved of one thought that is obsessional. So you just need to decide, You need to decide and choose what you want to focus on. So forget about the risk of losing money, because this is like, the flow of the river goes to the sea. Is the sea asking herself, is ever a river going to continue to flow to me so I can maintain myself? No. The ocean is the ocean. The water goes to the ocean, evaporate, goes back to the mountain, and come back to the ocean. So this is the flow of life. If you're afraid to lose, that means you're afraid to win, and you're just stuck into this win, lose, win, lose. So focus on the constant flow. There is much more prosperity for anyone on this planet, much more. And we're never going to dry out the potential of this planet to provide, to nourish, to give us everything we need. It's all coming from that planet. So if you focus on this universal flow, and this is saying, I am part of this flow of prosperity, abundance is coming to me, and that's your focus, forget about losing, because when you lose 100, you're going to win 10,000. You understand? So what's the point to lose? You can lose. Be generous. See, the law of abundance is waste. Do you understand that? Yes, the earth is producing every harvest. It's producing so many, wheat grain or apple on the apple tree that we can't eventually eat them all. It is a surplus. It is falling apart, and we just take the best of it. But there is so much more produce that is always wasted, and it is not a waste in the sense we have by being miser and saving on small things that are rotten. No. You just let go, new seeds will come, new trees will grow. You understand? Waste is part of abundance. You can lose a lot, that you're going to earn a lot, because this is part of the flow. So focus on abundance. Abundance will be with you. And stop focusing on, I may lose money. This is nonsense. So I bless you anyway. Do you understand? Choose your focus and you manifest. That's your dream. Okay. Minu says, I just love to get your newsletter. So, blessing, love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sylvie. So, and then we have, would you recommend the Kundalini Yoga training in India? And regarding the conference, I'm not sure I will attend. I just want to feel connected to you. So, Remy, I just here wants to tell you a spiritual journey is not something you built with your intellect. You understand? Hello, Amarpal. Much love to all of you. Oh, wow. You are in Cordoba, you're in the wild, and you're ready for this long walk and amazing experience. I'm with you guys, and I bless you all. I wish you will practice this meditation sometimes in the week. And I'm definitely with you. I know your program. I know how it goes. I've been there. I know the land. So I'm totally with you in heart and spirit. And each of you who contribute to that event, I send you all the light of my heart. So bless you in Argentina. Have a wonderful week. So, so if you go on a journey, this is to Remy, yeah? Spiritual journey, it is not, you don't plan it. If you say, am I going to go to India to study yoga? That is not the way you go. You have to put yourself in a network of synchronicity where you attract the people who teach you. And you're going to be in a relationship with the time and space where there is a congruence, where you're always going to meet the right person going to teach you this little bit you need to make this quantum loop and change. You understand? If you go with your mind, I'm going to study yoga, you're not going to study any yoga. You're going to have a yoga from outside. You're going to project yoga on an image. You're going to have a conception about yoga, but this is not yoga. Yoga is have no duality about tomorrow and yesterday, about left and right, and go the way on the bindu, sit on the everything possible every time, and open up to the law of attraction. Ask the question. Ask a very specific question about your progress, about your concern, about what is next now. What is your key question? What is your duality? What is your paradox right now? Identify that paradox and bring it into the universe and say, bring me the answer. Bring me something, a situation where I will be revealed the answer to my question. So we have two legs to walk a distance, but it's not an organized traveling trip who is a travel agency. No, no, no. It is you that let and permit all the teaching to unfold and come to you through your availability and opening that space where what is necessary for you, what is your necessary next step, because that is more important. To know all the teaching of the planet is absolutely useless. What all you need to do is attract what's going to be the circumstance of time and space where I can learn the next lesson I need to integrate. And then the environment, the people, the relationship, everything will come together and put you into this test of time and space where you're going to come out with a new realization. So the active path of learning, and that's what we teach now in our school, is how to learn, not to learn books, not to study books about yoga, is to position yourself as a yogi from day one, even though we know we are not, because we have so much limitation, we have so much preconception, we have so many attachments that we are far from being yogi, even not beginners. Yeah. So, but considering where we are, we need to do the next step, and that is the most important thing for you. So just consider that. I'm here to make my next step. I have a contradiction. Your contradiction is, I don't know where to learn yoga, by example. What does it really mean? Can I meet somebody who can transfer? Can I find a situation where I can experience yoga so much that I will know by myself? Yeah, maybe that is your question. You understand? Clarify your real question, send it to universe, and the answer will come. Circumstance will be made, so you will progress and realize what you need to realize. So that's my message to you, Remy. Open yourself to synchronicity, focus on that, be aware, and when you attract a situation, embrace it. Whatever is there, embrace it, and you will learn. So I guess we are slowly getting to the end of that KARTA time number 2, 2020. I wish you a wonderful practice until next KARTA time, that will be 22 of March, where we're going to be full into immersion into the spring energy. So the space and the ether will be with us. We'll have converted our limitation and we'll all be there. Love you, everybody. I want to honor each of you who are watching that KARTA time and use it to inspire yourself. And this is my dearest wish from the deepest of my heart, is to share this light, this joy, this love. I can feel the blessing every day, and I just share this with all of you so you may connect with your own access, so you may open this door of the innocent, quiet joy. Satnam, everyone. Love you all. Bless you all. Be happy. Satnam. Satnam. Bye-bye. Hey, Claudio. Satnam. I'll go. Satnam, Dana. Bye-bye.